Hi, you in tune to Global City Unity, and I'm your host, Gregory Jones. And today's guest is a distinguished artist from the hip-hop community in Chicago. And his name is Michael Hoskins, aka Droopy Tech. And we're here to talk about the things that's going on in the hip-hop community in Chicago and how we can better find solutions to curb the gang violence and build music community cultural center. And right now I'm going to introduce you to him, and here he is.
Good afternoon, how are you? Great to be here.
Yes, okay. So Droopy, can you tell me a little bit about the beginning of how you started in the music industry?
I basically started in the music industry in the early 90s. I got my start during the house music era here, when everyone was into the house movement, through the likes of Kareem Smith, who was a protege of Steve Poindexter, and I used to go over, their house and use their DJ equipment and their production and recording equipment, and I pretty much learned the business from them prior to me continuing my education through Columbia College.
Okay. And who are some of your mentors as far as the legends of house music?
Basically, Steve Poindexter, Farley, Kareem Smith. That's pretty much it. DJ Sluggo, whom I'm still currently dealing with, him and the Block Club DJs currently. They're expanding. They have recently expanded into the hip hop community as well.
Okay, can you tell me something about how you basically got off into hip hop? How did that movement start?
I have a cousin by the name of Enix Buchanan, also known as DJ Eclipse, and he was one of the producers that started off early with Flip. That's a well-known Texas hip-hop artist, and he produced the famous Game Over track with the Pac-Man sounds in it. And that's basically how I got interested in producing hip-hop, because he was like one of my mentors in the beginning. I got into music solely because of him.
You was an artist as well. You was also a rapper?
The rap thing didn't come until about 1996 is when I discovered that I was a fairly decent writer. I used to attend Bryn Mawr Elementary with Rhyme Fest. You all know him as Rhyme Fest, and I used to be amazed by his skills. This guy had people coming from high school, like seniors in high school and college, coming up to the grammar school to battle him, and he was just like beating all of them back then. This is like one of the only known rappers to ever beat Eminem in a hip hop battle, Rhyme Fest. So, I started out with him and a buddy of mine named Rashad, and Rashad started teaching me how to formulate and write a professional verse, and I just took everything from there.
Okay, I remember, I know you started a label, Cataclysm Records, and you work with a lot of prominent artists in the industry. Who were some of the artists that you work with?
I was picked to be in the lottery to submit music to Mobb Deep, to Fabulous. Fabulous and his people invited me out to New York for the Something to Nothing project that he put out. So I flew out to New York to that album release party, got to experience a bit of the industry in New York. Within the 5 hours I landed, I was able to put together a deal with Prodigy Ventures, who obtained a distribution deal through Carolina Distribution which was through EMI. And I put together that Cataclysm Radio Volume 2, which had several celebrities on it, such as E40, The Game, Red Cafe, Fergie, Timberland, Tank, to name a few. I could honestly say that I'm like one of the only local artists to ever put out a mixtape as big as that one, you know, and we pretty much sold about 5,000 to 8,000 copies of that unit within the first month.
Okay, so what happened after that? Was it successful as far as going national, or?
We basically got some national radio play on a few of the songs. Some of the major artists released radio singles off of that album, and we also got a pretty big international following off of that project. You know, they were playing it overseas.
Okay, so what is going on? What would you feel is going on in today's hip-hop world as far as the gang violence and how it's relating to the destruction of our youth and things like that, and how can we change it?
First and foremost, regardless to what any artists say, I've heard a few major artists say that there are no role models. They only have to be role models to their children, and I think that's a load of crap. You know, I was a youth. I was a younger person growing up listening to, you know, gangster music. Gangster music influenced everyone around me. Everyone. Even the movie industry. It influenced all of us. We didn't even know what carjacking was until Menace to Society came out. We didn't even know what you know, stealing a vehicle was like until we saw New Jersey Drive. So I guarantee you, if anyone, you know, studied the statistics of those certain crimes, they would find out that they skyrocketed after those movies came out.
And what were some of the artists that played an influence in this, in the destruction of hip hop?
Basically anybody that came out in the 90s that even spoke about, you know, violence or carjacking or hurting a person. I mean, you know, it played a big influence on, you know, teaching our culture about negativity. You know, you can learn how to cook drugs just by listening to a hip hop song nowadays.
Okay, and I know that you started, you changed Cataclysm Records from the name to Droopy Tech Beats. What was that all about?
Basically, Cataclysm Records is still my label. Droopy Tech Beats is my music production label. You know, I just took the music production side of things a bit more serious. So, you know, also I have several other producers that I work with under that label. So, you know, the Cataclysm Records is still my label.
And tell me something about your non-for-profit you just started recently.
That would be Unbound Music Worldwide. Unbound Music is currently developing a music performing arts program that's going to include summer programs as far as sports. This particular situation is going to benefit troubled teens, inner city youth, as well as convicted felons that are musically inclined. It's going to give them a place to mix, master, and record their music, learn about music production and the different aspects of the music business, from anywhere from set design to makeup to video production. We're going to include every single element that you possibly need to run a recording label.
Can you tell me briefly about your collaboration that you're doing with Mr. Bruce Jackson and Rosie Jackson, who owns the HIV clinic and restaurant on 1309 South Kedzie? What is the collaboration about?
The collaboration is basically going to be like what we just discussed. They're going to have the Jackson Theater The Jackson Theater is going to include a gourmet kitchen, a state-of-the-art recording studio, and video production facility. So you'll be able to basically come there and do anything dealing with the music business. That includes health and nutrition, video production, music production, sound recording, theater production, such as plays or TV shows. They're going to be able to eventually learn broadcasting as well.
Wow.
So it's going to be a pretty big situation for the city.
Yes, I heard it through the grapevine that there's a festival in the making sometime during the summer.
Yes, we will be putting together a music festival for the North Lawndale neighborhood. It's going to be like the third festival that they do within a year, but it's going to be catered more towards positive music. We're only going to allow like soulful and positive hip hop music to be a part of this festival.
Yes, remember, you're in tune to Global City Unity, and we have another distinguished guest in the house this evening, and he goes by the name of Minister Floyd Plump. He's also the founder of the Harold Washington Foundation and the People's March, and he's also here, and we'd like for you to give him, acknowledge him.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Indeed, it is an honor and a privilege, Gregory, to be here, and especially on your show, and I'm glad that you are our host. I think that just for the correction, my name is Minister Robert Floyd Plump, and I am the president of the Harold Washington Foundation.com for more information, and I'm the founder and president of the People's March Incorporation. I am also the president of Honey Jams Music, which is my brother Stanley, was the original president. However, he has departed, as some say in that light, is dead, but he has left a legacy with us to have our own music companies from him, that to extend back to our beloved mother, Flora Mae Plump. And the People's March Incorporation is a part of our music production. So we're promoting two music production. That is the People's March Incorporation in terms of ownership, family, business, relationship, and also promoting Black Wall Street Music, which Mr. Gregory Jones is the artist of Black Wall Street. And I am a invested interest into Black Wall Street, and we would like that the community would help us to promote the upcoming Mayor Harold Washington Achievement Awards in April. We usually do the whole month of honoring Mayor Washington, and into reflection of the world's greatest mayor. Nobody but Harold is the world's greatest mayor, which is number one in everybody's eyesight, in their minds and in their hearts and in their spirit. To remember Harold is to remember yourself, and to remember Chicago as a victory. When Harold won, we all won. And we're getting ready for not only Mayor Harold Washington Achievement Awards now, we are getting ready for his parade. And the parade is going to be, as you can see, on Friday, April 15th, 2016. That is at 1 o'clock. We're going to be meeting at 5531 South Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Drive. And we do that in promoting Help Stop the Violence, Robbing, Stealing, and Killing in the community, and help save our children, which is Bebe, Ray Ray, and She Ray children. I'm also working with the United Black Men for Peace. I'm also working with Black Wall Street and Justice or Else for affiliation with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. We have an opportunity to advance the community in jobs or a business. And we promote Buy Black by our beloved relationship with Dr. Webb Evans. And Dr. Webb Evans, he taught us to buy black for 50 plus years. Matter of fact, he was also my godfather, like the Honorable Mayor Harold Washington. He adopted me, so I call myself his son. And I know I'm not the only one out there in the community that's one of Harold's boys, but I'm just thankful that we can.
Minister Plump, I would like to ask you, what do you feel is the solution to our youth and to curb the violence and through music? And you're also a supporter of Unbound and Who Protect Beats as well. So could you give us...
Yes, sir. Well, I would say spiritually, see, it's really the solution is love, and love is God, and God is love, and that would make a difference. I specialize in music. I was born in a blues house in a place called Petal, Mississippi, and I also reflect to my greatest priority in music is gospel music, which is praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, that God, Yahshua, the Lord of the worlds, who most know as Jesus Christ, is still on the throne. So as a reflection of promoting God in a spiritual way, but yet to every human being, and to give them an opportunity to work in the red, black, and green, which is another reflection of the Honorable Marcus Moses Garvey, to help the community to learn better, to know better, and to do better, and to do something positive as well as progressive and professional to help save the children.
Another question. About a couple of months ago, you visited Tulsa. What was your experience like when you visited Black Wall Street?
Well, thank you, Brother Jones. Tulsa was one of my greatest experiences. I found myself with people looking just like me, everyday people, but they looked like my family. I mean, no matter if they was black, white, red, brown, and yellow, I looked into their eyes, and a lot of the people had the same type of reflection that I feel about life, and that is they had a interest in me because I promoted Black Wall Street music, and concerning Tulsa, Oklahoma, they seen that I was for real, and I think Tulsa, Oklahoma was a place that is like my second home away from home, because the people showed me nothing but love, and love is one of our greatest ways of expressing ourselves. And I felt like I was family with the people, and we was able to establish this here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. This here is Excel, and this comes out of our office location, which is Black Wall Street Market. Sister Parker, that is the owner of the business in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I believe the address is 5200 North Peoria, and we'd like for everybody to stop in down there and see it. Her and the other groups of people that work with her, because she's established a unity, a partnership relationship in the community. And that's something I think that's very good, because she was able to continue Mayor Washington relationship in a partnership relationship.
Yes, thank you. Getting back to our other guest, Mr. Michael Hoskin, I would like to find out what's the updates on what are you doing now. And Michael Hoskin happens to be my son as well, and we're working on a project at the moment, a car raffle. We're giving away a 2016 Sonic Chevy, and the drawing date is going to be June 25th, and the location is going to be 1309 South Kedzie. If you look at the bottom of the screen, the information about where you can buy the tickets online and from some of our ticket agents will be posted. And right now, I'd like to ask Droopy Tech the importance of this raffle and some of the people that's going to be backing this raffle. We have the Harold Washington Foundation, People's March. We have a lot of the members from Kappa Alpha Psi. We have some of the brothers from the Hebrew restaurant on 75th. We have different organizations that we're talking to help us to make this raffle a success. Okay, Mr. Hoskins, can you tell us what you think about this project?
Basically, the importance of this raffle is that we're going to be able to support the Black Wall Street movement. It's going to also generate funds for the music school, the cultural center, and we're going to look into opening multiple locations with that. As you said, we got Soul Vegetarian involved, Chevy's involved, the Harold Washington Foundation, the People's March, the Hope House with Mr. Jackson and Mrs. Rosie. They're involved. It's just going to be good for the community. I can't reflect enough on how important music is. Music basically saved my life. It kept me out of trouble. Even now, I stay in the house. I'm always on my computer creating something special, and I just want to be able to share that with someone who probably wants to do something different but doesn't even know or didn't have the direction that I had. Basically, the main important thing that it's going to help is due to the fact that they've removed all of the music programs from the schools.
Yes, sir.
That's where I mostly got my education about music theory. It started in grammar school. They don't have any of those programs available anymore. So we're just trying to restore that.
Tell it.
Okay, can you tell me some of the artists that you're working with at the present moment?
Most notoriably, I've worked with two well-known Chicago artists, Little Herb and Little Bibby. They're starting to get a lot of mainstream attention right now, which is good. I'm proud of those cats because they came from where I came from, and they actually took their talent a lot farther than I did. So I'm proud of those young men. I tip my hats up to them. I'll be calling them for a donation too.
Are you working with Lupe's?
Well, basically, I'm one of the people that influenced Sarah Green's nephew, which he goes by the name of Jew Beats. He used to come over to the house, and basically I feel like I just passed the torch to him. I mean, within a short period of time, he's learned probably more than I have. And all of the time I've been doing music, I'm just proud of him. And he has a website. You can check him out on SoundCloud, Jew Beats. And I've worked with Sarah Green. I've recorded her demos and stuff like that for her. She's currently the wife of Chill of First and 15th Entertainment. That's Jew's aunt. And she's sang backup for Lupe.
Okay.
So we got a lot of things. And he's also a partner with me on The Unbound music.
What about Twin? Can you see?
Light Skin Twin is an artist that I'm working with. We currently got a couple of offers for him. The most notoriable artist that's looking at him is Timbaland. So we praying that go through. So it's gonna change everybody's life. And that's what we get into is for, to get out from where we are,
Okay, and for ticket information, can people have your number also to Since you will have tickets, could they call you?
Yes. They
So-
can also contact the number on the bottom of the screen as well.
So what is your number? Would you like to give your number?
My number is 678-287-6257. Or you can reach me through droopytechbeats.com. That's DROOPYTEK Beats, BEATS.com.
Okay, one of the things I would like to quickly talk to you about before the show ends is one of my fraternity brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, Jeffrey Dawkins, is organizing the Juneteenth celebration again. Once again, this is the second annual meeting that will take place down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We went down with a delegation of 50 people last year, and it was a big success. So this year we're planning to go down with more people. And you can reach Jeffrey Dawkins on Facebook. I don't have his telephone number, but if you call the television station, we'll definitely have it. And he's planning a trip. There's also going to be some steppers, a steppers event going on as well. And Wajid Mohammed is going to take care of that. And you can get more information, like I said, on the bottom of the screen. On Facebook, also, you can find out more information on Facebook at Gregory Jones, which you can hit me up at Think Big For You, because it's very hard to find me because there's so many Gregory Joneses in the world. Think Big number 4, letter U, 2003 at yahoo.com. That's how you can find me. And my telephone number is 312-241-2721. And we basically, this raffle is already started, and we will have the car on display probably next week. So you'll probably see it being towed around the city at different locations. And remember, you're in tune to Global City Unity, and we would like to thank our distinguished guest today for coming to the show. Any final comments?
Thank you. I mean, support positive music. You got a lot of good artists out there. You know, Sherry Soul, Sharice Sullivan. You know, you got Light Skin Twin. You got Dre Soul. He's available on iTunes right now. I produced his B single, Come and Go. I mean, you just support good music, support positive music.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I would say be sure and contact us with the Harold Washington Foundation for the activists, for the youth services, and for culturetainment. We do specially culturetainment instead of more entertainment, because it's all about our history and culture and heritage and the accomplishments of the Honorable Mayor Harold Washington. We're at the location of the Swift Mansion, which is 4500 South Michigan, every Sunday from 2:30 to 4:30. And I can be reached at 312-671-2773, or for more information, go to the HaroldWashingtonFoundation.com.
Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in to Global City Unity. And remember, kill racism, not us. We'll see you next time.